Hi, my name is Santiago Millán, and today I want to talk with you about a topic that I find very interesting and very intriguing. This is the educational methods on nowadays kids. To make my point more clear, I found out an interesting video about an interview that somebody made to Álvaro Bilbaos. He's actually a psychologist and neuropsychologist who discusses the crucial role of emotional development in childhood and its implications for learning and mental health. This is something that is really important and really interesting on the fact that, we don't really take this on account. We actually, as we grow up, we take less importance to the things that we learn as a kid. But it's not what we learn, but how we learn. He Bilbao's actually highlights the importance of creating a secure emotional environment and how traditional methods of education may not be so effective by nurture a child's overall development. You know what I mean? To make it more clear to you, I want to talk about this video on how he emphasized these aspects. To begin with, Bilbao criticized the conventional approach that relies heavily on rewards and punishments, asserting that these methods can hinder emotional well-being and discourage genuine learning. He also emphasized that education should prioritize emotional security and presents practical strategies for parents and educators to foster healthy development in children. An example of this is like, for example, play games. Do you know maybe a game in pairs where parents and children can show different concepts to the kids and helping them to analyze or to discover these concepts. You know, I believe that establishing a strong emotional connection and promoting a safe learning environment in early education are vital practices that I think will greatly benefit my future role as a language teacher. Well, I actually studying to become an English teacher. So yeah, this could help me enhancing both the learning experience and emotional resilience of my students, living a better learning environment and helping them to achieve a much better way of learning. To begin with, I must leave clear that I strongly agree with Bilbao's assertion that emotional security is the foundation for effective learning. If you have a student who is not self-secure of him, he wouldn't be able to, make a very good progress on his learning process. Throughout the video, Bilbao's emphasized that a safe emotional environment, can enable children to thrive and learn better, connecting their emotions with their intellectual growth, living a much better experience on learning. I'm sorry. On my personal experience, the students who feel emotionally secure or are more open to, to participating in class, taking risks with language learning. For instance, in a previous teaching practicum, I noticed that students who were, encouraged to express their feelings and those were more engaged. This aligns with Bilbao's view that emotional support directly correlates with academic success, suggesting that nurturing classroom can significantly enhance language acquisition. I also find merit in Bilbao's critique of traditional reward and punish system on education. He argues that relying on external rewards can, undermine intrinsic motivation and also create an unhealthy learning environment. Reflecting on my educational journey, I've seen from firsthand how positive measures might lead to anxiety and disengagement among students. In contrast, positive reinforcement and collaborative learning, this kind of experience can encourage autonomy and motivation of students. For example, implementing a language buddy system in my future classroom could, foster peer support. As advocated by Bilbao, highways by him, helping students to motivate each other in a non-punitive manner. Positive, I'm sorry. To make things clear, I like to make I want to make clear that the insights provided by Álvaro Bilbao, underscore also underscore the importance of fostering emotional connections and supportive environment in education to enhance learning outcomes. And actually, as a future language teacher, applying these principles will not only aid in my students' academic achievements, but also it can contribute to their emotional well-being, cultivating a classroom culture where students feel valued, secure, and motivated to engage deeply with language learning. By prioritizing emotional development, I can create a more effective and compassionate learning experience for all my students, making learning a better way of from his actual being. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But leaving all clear, thanks for you to listen to me, and I hope that we can see you again. Goodbye.